Be ready. 30 seconds to go. 15 seconds to go. 5. Start. Sir, at the outset, I may mention that government is not in a position to accept this resolution. I cannot also subscribe to the assumption which is contained in this resolution. The assumption is that there is shortage of agricultural labor in the country. Sir, we have had enquiries conducted with regard to this matter. There has been the agricultural labor inquiry conducted by the Ministry of Labor in the year 1990-91, and there have been the inquiries conducted under the auspices of the Planning Commission. And also, I do not want to tire the House with the figures contained in the Labor Inquiry Committee report and also in the chapter on agricultural workers, which is contained in the 7th 5-year plan. Suffice it to say that the conclusion arrived at by the Planning Commission is that about 30% of rural families are agricultural laborers, and according to the Planning Commission, this vast number presents a very serious problem. It is also the conclusion of the Planning Commission that the present agricultural production in the country could be maintained with about 75% of the number of workers now engaged in it. Sir, it is true, as has been stated by my friend, that there may be certain pockets in different parts of the country where there may be shortage of agricultural labor, but taking an overall view of the position in the country, the problem really is that it is not one of shortage of agricultural labor, but one of unemployment and underemployment. And that is why, sir, so many steps have been suggested by the Planning Commission, such as expansion of work opportunities within the rural economy, especially through intensive development of village and small scale industries, and also adoption of a measure of redistribution of land and provision of educational facilities and concessions to raise their social status and enable agricultural labor to develop greater confidence, initiative, and ability to avail themselves of all economic opportunities. There are also suggestions of the Planning Commission which require us to improve the living conditions of the agricultural laborers. Sir, with regard to the point that there are certain areas in which there is excess of agricultural labor and certain areas where there is real shortage, I have to say that there are plans which have been adopted. Then, sir, a point has been raised by the mover that in certain peak seasons there is real difficulty in finding agricultural labor. I may state that there is some difficulty experienced during harvest time and the weeding season, when there will be the outbreak of monsoon, when replanting of seedlings will have to be done, but the situation is not such as to warrant the appointment of a committee to go into this question at all. I would say, sir, had it not been for those circumstances existing in certain peak periods when agricultural labor is in a position really to dictate terms, it is horrible to conceive of their lot in the slack seasons, so that we have to put up with that seasons